Burnout is real. Confidence will shine brighter than any physical glow up. I definitely feel like I overinvested in expensive beauty products. Money does not always equal progress. Do you need that $300 a month Pilates membership? Unfollow the influencers that make you uncomfortable. Why is them achieving something triggering something in me?
I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.
Hello beautiful, and welcome back to another video. Y'all, this might be one of the most important videos that you watch if you are on your glow up journey, you're trying to level up, you are focusing on you this year. I am so excited about this video because we are talking about my mistakes. I used to think glowing up was all about, getting into the gym, buying expensive products, looking a certain way. But let me tell you, there is so much more to it. And I've made some mistakes along the way on my glow up journey that I don't want you to make. So that is what this video is all about. Let me be your mentor. Let me be your big sis, little sis for the day. We're gonna cover fitness, skincare, healthy habits, and confidence. And I'll share with you the glow up mistakes that I made so you can skip the setbacks and level up faster. But if this is your first time seeing my face, hello sis, my name is Jasmine. I create a lot of content on how to glow up, how to become your best self. So if that sounds like something you're focusing on you this year, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Like this video for the pure fact that I'm being vulnerable and sharing in the mistakes that I made so you can level up faster. And go ahead, if you feel comfortable, commenting down below a mistake that you have made or something that you wish you would have done. This is truly a sisterhood. This is truly a community, and I really feel like we can learn from each other. And the comment section is a perfect way to share your story and learn from others. I also want to give a major shout out to today's sponsor. It is Factor. Factor is one of the mistakes that I didn't make on my glow up journey. So I'm so excited to be partnering with them again. Y'all have heard me talk about them before for a very, very good reason. So thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. Y'all, I went back on my photo album and I was looking, all the way back until I really decided to focus on myself. When I left law school, when I left that toxic relationship, when I had time to glow up and level up my life, when I started my glow up journey, and I was looking through pictures and I was making notes for this video about things that I just wish I would have done, or I wish somebody would have told me so that I wouldn't have made that mistake. So I would have just leveled up faster. But that is why I'm here today, because I'm taking the lessons that I learned, some of the mistakes that I've learned, some of the things that I really wish I would have known to give to you. I have 7 things that I have learned on my glow up journey that I wish I would have done a little bit better, that I wish I would have tweaked. I'm excited to share them with you today. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's get into glow up mistake number 1, and that is chasing external validation for your glow up journey. Now, this is a very complicated one for me. Personally, I am an only child, and if you are an only child or if you've experienced only child, we seek a lot of external validation, especially from adults. We think that if we act a certain way, if we do a certain thing, then we get this validation from our parents, from our guardians, from our friends. I was the only Black girl in an all-white neighborhood. I just chased external validation so much. I would even argue that I chased it so much that that's why I went to law school. That's why I made a lot of decisions in my life. Now, when I was initially starting my glow up journey, I didn't start my glow up journey for anybody else. That is a mistake that I did not make. I made it because I was really backed up against the wall. It wasn't some glittery, I'm gonna start glowing up. I had no other choice but to start focusing on me because I was sick of my own. But then as my glow up journey started to evolve and I started to see progress in my body, in my mental health, in the things and the habits that I was doing, I found myself slipping back into the normal habit that I had of seeking external validation and connecting it to my glow up journey. I focused on compliments, I focused on Instagram likes, and just the overall attention, and I started to slip up a little bit on actually setting my goals. And I almost saw this external validation of keeping glowing up and keeping doing these things as kind of like little check marks, when in reality, that's the opposite of why I initially started my glow up journey, and it wasn't sustainable. Because when I didn't get the reaction that I wanted from people, or I felt like I did something, or I felt like, you know, I wasn't being recognized for, you know, doing this or doing that, I felt empty within, and I kind of had to zoom out And I felt like, Jasmine, you have to get back to basics. Why did you originally start this glow up journey in the first place? It was to get back to you. It was to love the worst version of yourself. It wasn't for an Instagram like, it wasn't for a compliment. It wasn't for a man. It was for you. And that's the thing with your glow up journey. If you are trying to glow up to get a man, or you're trying to glow up to do this or to do that, or to get some type of external validation, your glow up is going to feel unfulfilling. Have you ever achieved something that you've been working so hard for, and you're imagining that moment when you get that job, or when you get this, or when you get that, but you know, low key, you're trying to prove an ex wrong, or you're trying to prove a friend wrong, you're trying to prove a parent wrong, and then you finally get that thing and it's just not how you imagine it. It's because you weren't doing it for you first. What I want you to do to correct this, and what I wish I would have done, is I wish I would have constantly set like a glow up statement, a reason why I am glowing up. And it's okay to be brutally honest. Maybe initially, you know, you would like to fake the funk. You would like to, you know, think, oh, I'm going to do this for me. Maybe you're just brutally honest and just be like, that heartbreak sucked. That person literally sucked the life out of me. I want to prove that person wrong. Write that down and take note about how you feel after that. And then also start to imagine a world. Okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to look like? What do I need to act like? What job do I have to have where I feel like that person in the near future will look at me and feel like, you know, they lost out on me, or, you know, that job will feel like they lost out on me, or that parent will regret. What does that future look like? What does that glowed up version of yourself look like? And I promise you, it's going to be kind of hard to imagine it. It's going to be fuzzy. You can't really see yourself very clearly. You know, you don't know exactly what that looks like. Again, because it's unfulfilling and it's not challenging the parts of you that really, really need healing. And if that is your brutal, honest statement, write it down. It's important for us to be honest with ourselves. But I would challenge you to instead write a glow up statement that is more aligned to your values. What does your glow up mean to you? Is it about feeling more confident, being stronger, gaining independence? You need to check in with your why regularly, because like I said, I started my glow up journey not seeking external validation, but I soon slipped into it. And you need to celebrate the achievements that matter to you and not to everybody else. Sometimes my achievements literally, like, I got out of bed this morning. I celebrate that. I compliment myself. I reassure myself. You know, maybe an achievement is, you know, I got 100K followers on Instagram. That's for other people. What are the things that matter to me? You know, you might write down that statement. It's just like, I am glowing up. I want to glow up to prove that X wrong. No, what you really want to do is you want to feel confident and you want to feel safe and secure in your own body, in your own mind, and on your own soul. That is what your glow up journey is about. Your confidence is shaken. Your internal glow up is shaken. That's what you need to work on. Not to prove that other person wrong or to prove that other person right. The issue is confidence. The issue is safety. The issue is your attachment style. It all starts with you. This is glow up mistake number 2. I overcomplicated my routine. I think sometimes we see this 5 a.m. morning routine, productive day in my life, Sunday reset, Sunday clean up with me. And we see all these routines and all of these vlogs, and we get like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to have this 10-step Korean skincare routine, I have to have this 14-step hair care routine, I need to look on Pinterest for all of these healthy meals and make this and this, and I have to meal prep this and this. Glowing up nowadays can seem very, very overwhelming. And I fell into the trap of overcomplicating my routine and filling up my notes app with must-dos or lists or routines. I found it was more fun to make a list and to make, you know, I'm going to do this than to actually do it. Complex workout plans, complex diets, you know, eating this, like it was getting to be too much. And I found myself not actually sticking to my goals. What this does is not only is it unsustainable, but it leads to decision fatigue. When you have so many different options in front of you, it makes you not want to do it at all. What you need to do is you need to focus on a simple routine that fits your lifestyle. I feel like a lot of times, you know, we watch this 5 a.m. morning routine, but you might be a single mom. You might have, you know, a partner or a husband or whatever it might be, and you might have 5 kids. You might live alone, you know, you might have a dog, you might have 3 dogs. Like that random person on the internet's 5 a.m. morning routine where she is waking up at the crack of dawn, meditating, journaling, ice rolling, doing a 10-step skincare routine, gua shaing her face, going to the gym, and she knows exactly what she's doing. That just might not work for you, and that is okay. See that as an opportunity to customize a simplified routine that you're actually going to stick to for your lifestyle. For skincare, prioritize your sunscreen and your serums, your cleanser and your moisturizer, and this, they can be on the more affordable side. I personally place my money and my time and my effort and my research on serums and my sunscreen because those are the things that I found make the most impact. And if you find a really, really good serum that has multiple benefits in one, you can really cut down on all those different steps in a skincare routine. For fitness, find a workout you actually enjoy. I've said this multiple times on my channel. If you are having trouble sticking to the gym or getting into the gym, it's actually very simple. You don't want to go. So you need to find a workout that actually means something to you. For me, I'm sorry, y'all, I love dressing up in a cute set and going to Pilates. I get a benefit of working out and moving my body and getting those endorphins, but I genuinely love it. I feel like that girl when I go. The gym is a little bit harder for me to go. I just started to, romanticize it and, get some cute sets off of Amazon, do my hair in a cute way. Maybe I get ready for the gym, I found different ways to make the gym fun for me. But again, I simplified it. I'm not doing 50 million things. I'm only doing the things that I love to do that I can actually stick to. Even if you want to talk about diet, you don't need 50 million Pinterest recipes. You don't need to take an entire Sunday afternoon to meal prep. You don't need to waste groceries at all. I've simplified my nutrition on my glow up journey is through Factor. Like I said, they are the sponsor of today's video. So thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. Factor literally takes the notion of overcomplicating and stressing ourselves out about meeting our nutritional goals and cooking for ourselves. They take all of that stress out of your life. Factor makes meeting your nutritional goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals straight to your door. They have a team of gourmet chefs that create each meal using ingredients of integrity and of quality so that you can feel your best all day long. Like I said, Factor takes the stress out of meal prepping, wasting your money on groceries, prep work, the cooking, the cleaning, and instead you can eat stress-free knowing that the meals that are delivered to your door by Factor are, again, really high quality and really nutrition based. You can choose from a weekly menu of 35 different options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or vegan or veggie. Also have 60 different add-ons like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, beverages, smoothies, small bites, anything that helps you feel fueled throughout the day. And the best thing is when life gets hectic or you're traveling or this and that, you can easily adjust the meals that are delivered to your door weekly. Factor is really flexible. You can choose between meal option plans of 4 meals a week all the way up to 18 meals a week. You can pause and reschedule deliveries at any time. And for someone that travels a lot like me, this is so amazing. So the best part is I have a really, really good deal for you so that you can try Factor today. What you're gonna do is you're going to go to this link, or you can go to the link down in my description. From there, you can use the code 50Turner. It's going to get you 50% off your first Factor box plus free shipping. Again, you can use the code 50Turner to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free shipping. I've been using Factor for years now. I have been using my own money for Factor. I literally keep a Factor box on. Keep coming out with new different, snacks and options, and it keeps it fun. It keeps me on my routine. Again, it doesn't overcomplicate things that just don't need to be overcomplicated. I'll have more information down in my description, but thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. Let's move on to mistake number 3 I did on my glow up journey, and that is neglecting my mental glow up. Now, I think this is a very, very thin line, and I might say something controversial, but I do believe that when we start to physically change, at least for me, I start to become motivated. I start to become more confident. I start to, change things internally. If I start to feel good physically, if I am dressing like a slob, I'm neglecting my physical health, it's going to crowd up my mind and make me feel even worse about myself. So I would say when I initially started my glow up journey, everything was very physical. I wanted to change my body. I gained a lot of weight. I was losing my hair. My skin was breaking out. I wanted to fix all of these different things externally. It took me a long time to look in the mirror. I feel like I should have tracked my physical glow up alongside my internal glow up instead of separating them from one another. You know, I feel like I was focusing on weight loss when I was focusing on skincare or my health. I was neglecting my mental glow up as well as my emotional health. Because here's the thing, you can look amazing on the outside, but you can feel empty on the inside. And I really, really don't want that to happen to you. I really don't want you to get your hair done, your nails done, lose this weight, and still, you know, sit on the couch on a Friday night feeling empty or still feeling like you did it for nothing or nothing really changed. What I would have done instead is, you know, I still would have focused on the physical glow up because again, it's like I said, I still think it's important. I still feel like it impacted my mental health. You know, I don't feel like it was for nothing. But I would have tracked it alongside therapy, meditation, something like that. I personally tracked it alongside journaling, but I have done a lot of gratitude journaling. Eventually, I started doing shadow work journaling, which really helped my mental health glow up, and I think fast-tracked my mental health glow. But I wish I would have started doing it in the beginning because, you know, you'll find a lot of your mental glow up, a lot of the things that you need to work on emotionally are directly sometimes tied to physicality as well. If I would have worked on them in tandem, I really would have leveled up faster and accelerated my glow up journey. You know, you realize it's kind of all connected, you know. Why do I want to look different? Because, you know, my ex made me feel very ugly. Nobody can make me feel anything. I allow that person to make me feel that. So a little part of me must have believed it's true. Why do I feel that that is true about myself? All right, now I have to go into the emotional health. Why do I seek validation? It all kind of goes in one. So it's really, really important not to just focus on your physical glow up and neglect your mental glow up because like you've seen, everything is connected. Again, you don't need to focus on everything at once, but making sure you're tracking your glow up journey from the beginning with something with your mental health, whether it's journaling, meditating, therapy, something like that. Because when we build our habits, when we make our bed in the morning, when we wake up a little bit earlier, when we go to the gym, that rebuilds confidence in ourselves. That rebuilds loyalty within ourselves. That rebuilds trust within ourselves, safety within ourselves. You know, I love the way that I look now. I love the way that I have physically glowed up. But if you were to meet me in person, and maybe if you feel this through the screen, it is my confidence. It is my aura. It is the amount of work I have done on my mental glow up that you feel. That's what makes me sexy. That what makes me feminine. That is what makes me that girl. It is my confidence because confidence will shine brighter than any physical glow up. Let's talk about the fourth glow up mistake that I feel like I have made. And it kind of tracks with the last point that I was saying. Thinking that more is better. Now, this is different than overcomplicating a routine or overcomplicating my diet or overcomplicating, you know, my fitness workouts. It is literally thinking the more is better. And those two are not the same. I definitely feel like I overinvested in expensive beauty products. I got hooked into the next trending thing on TikTok, on Instagram, buying this, a lot of overconsumption. The supplements, the gym memberships, the Pilates memberships. And I thought that, you know, more would lead to better, would lead to faster results. You know, once I got that serum, my skin would magically clear up. Once I started to go to Pilates, I would have that body that I wanted. Here's the thing. Money does not always equal progress. And trying everything at once can overwhelm you. And again, lead you towards decision fatigue and makes you not even want to glow up or level up at all because it can seem too daunting, too much, too many products, too many things to try. Here's what to do instead. Research before spending. For example, finding affordable skincare that has the same ingredients as the expensive ones and focusing in on those specific ingredients that you know are going to work for your skin. You can buy a $200 serum and that serum might tote that it has really great niacinamide. The Ordinary has an amazing niacinamide serum for probably a fraction of the cost. When you focus on consistency with affordable basics instead of splurging on trending products, that is when you are going to see results in every area of your life. It's about that consistency. Again, money doesn't always equal progress. It is that consistency. So start small, start simple, and stick to it. Again, for Pilates, do you need that $300 a month Pilates membership? You know, sometimes it makes me feel like that girl. You know, I love doing it. But are there definitely free at-home Pilates workouts that you can put up on your routine and do the same thing at home. Play your music, look any type of way, put on some under eye patches. Maybe you just look good for yourself. You don't need to splurge or spend a whole bunch of money to see progress, because you're gonna end up feeling unfulfilled, and that's what I was doing. Nowadays, if I even see myself kind of going towards a trending product or getting this or thinking this is gonna glow me up or this is going to level me up, I pause, I breathe, I research it, and I see, why do I want that specific thing? Do I just want it just for other people to have it? Am I gonna feel the same way in a week about it? Again, this is how I build trust with myself. This is how I maintain consistency with myself. All right, you want that Pilates membership? You want that expensive Pilates membership? All right, Jasmine, you can get it, but prove to me for a month that you can do Pilates at home. Wake up every single morning, wake up a little bit earlier, put it on your TV. Do you even like Pilates? Do you even like the movement? Do you even like the slow movements of it all? You like it, you're consistent with it, you're consistent at home with it. All right, now let's go get that membership. Now let's level up. And now when we go to that Pilates class, we know some of the movements. We've been doing them at home. We feel more comfortable, and we feel more comfortable making that decision for ourselves financially and emotionally and mentally and physically. Let's move on to glow up mistake number 5. And it is something that I struggle with to this day. Again, it's not gonna go away, but I want us to talk about it, and I want us to delve into it a little bit deeper, because it can be detrimental to your glow up journey. And that is comparing ourselves to others. Again, when I'm talking about that validation, when I'm talking about that comparison, it is something I struggle with. And I feel like it is something that has continued to put a dent on my glow up journey. I have spent hours of my life scrolling on social media, comparing myself to others, comparing myself to influencers, comparing myself to people in my niche, comparing myself to my peers, or even celebrities who tout maybe a perfect life. Comparison will lead to insecurity and make you feel like your efforts and your day-to-day is not enough. And that is a very, very dangerous territory to enter. Comparison really is the thief of joy. But it's like I always say, we need to take our challenges and turn them into opportunities. So whenever I find myself comparing myself to somebody, or I find myself getting a little bit jealous of this person, what am I getting jealous of? You know, I see this person and they just hit 1 million on TikTok. And I feel like I've been on TikTok for a while. I feel like I've been posting high quality content. I've been posting consistently for a number of years. You know, why am I not there yet? Why is this person there? And you know, they've been doing it less time there. Pause. Just pause. Why is that triggering something with me? That person doesn't know me. I don't know them. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what it's taken them to get there. Why is them achieving something triggering something in me? It is triggering something in me because a small part of me feels insecure that I am not enough, that people aren't seeing my worth. Okay, let's take that and let's unpack that. Do I feel like I'm not filming enough? That I'm not editing enough? Do I feel like I'm not responding to comments enough? All right, we get further and further and further, and it actually has nothing to do with that person, and it has everything to do with us. All right, now that we understand where our challenges lie, why does that trigger us? Let's see this as an opportunity to do better. Let's see this as, okay, now we have a game plan. Now we know the problem. Now we've identified something, you know, that's triggering us. It's like an alarm bell in our mind. You know, we look towards it, we see our trigger. All right, now here's an opportunity to be better. Here's another opportunity to level up. Here's the thing, and I've said this before, so excuse me if you've heard me say this before, but social media is a highlight reel. But then also, girl, do you not pay for your own phone? Unfollow the influencers that make you uncomfortable. Unfollow the influencers, you know, that make you feel a certain type of way, that make you feel jealous. Unfollow and curate your feed to positivity. Follow influencers, you know, after you watch your content, you feel good, you feel motivated. Follow people, you know, that maybe look like you or that resemble the lifestyle that you actually have or that you want to attain. You know, if you're a single mom, follow single mom content creators. Don't follow that 23-year-old something with no kids and, you know, an apartment and can wake up at 5 a.m. Don't follow that person. Follow somebody that is going to motivate you, that is going to inspire you. When you log onto social media, you should be learning something. You should be educating yourself about something. You should be motivated, or you should be checking in on actual close friends and family. Don't be mad at a phone that you pay for. Don't make social media anger you. So we can't escape social media. I mean, maybe if we can, if we go out into the forest, child. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna scroll, then make it worth your while. All right, y'all, let's mention the second to last glow up mistake that I wish I would have learned from. This is glow up mistake number 6. Ignoring the power of rest. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, probably within the past year, I have really started to take my sleep seriously. And I am now on my journey where I'm like searching like the ultra human ring or the aura ring. You know, I'm starting to really see the benefits. You know, I've heard millions of sports physiologists, psychologists, everybody talks about sleep and the power of sleep and the power of rest. And you know, for very good reason. Before my glow up journey, everything was about hustling, and sleeping was a sign of weakness, or resting was a sign of weakness, or going slower was a sign of weakness. I really truly believed the harder that I worked, the more that I got. And in some scenarios, that is true. But unfortunately, that is not the reality that we live in. Burnout is real. Whether you work a corporate job, whether you're an influencer, whether you're a content creator, you know, whether you're this or that, burnout is very, very real. Without rest, you are less productive, you are less motivated, and you're actually going to end up backtracking your glow up journey so much more quickly than if you just hustled and barreled through it. And you might actually start resenting your glow up process. What you need to do when you're building your routines, when you're building your kind of simpler routines, you need to start building rest into that routine. Some of the ways that I have done it is I haven't come up with it, but you know, I've started incorporating this notion of beauty sleep. I love to mouth tape, or I love to, you know, do a castor oil pack, or I love to do my heatless curlers, or I love to do like an overnight mask. I've made sleeping work for me. I have, you know, maximized sleep. I have found, you know, do I need 6 hours of sleep? Do I need 8 hours of sleep? Do I need 10 hours of sleep? I also do this in my fitness routine. You know, I really do active recovery days. I prioritize quality sleep. And I make sure to schedule, and I schedule little moments of self-care in my day or in my week. This can mean a quiet morning where I'm just reading my book in the morning. This can mean a little spa night. You can really even build this into your routine. Is I found, you know, every single day around 3, again, I work from home. This is my own personal routine. So if this doesn't work for you, you know, adapt it and everything like that. But I found every single day at 3, I would get extremely tired. And no matter what I did, no matter what I ate, I just would get tired. And I found that, you know, I would kind of ridicule myself. I would call myself lazy, you know, keep pushing through it. And I found that I was burning out so much. Finally, I was like, Jasmine, if you naturally get sleepy around 3, take a 45-minute nap, take an hour nap, take an hour and a half nap, starting at 3 every single day, and pick back up your work in the later afternoon. Y'all, once I started doing that and started not going against my body, I was so much more productive. And it even let me split my days into 2. So I had like the morning segment where, you know, I would work from like 10 to 3, and then I would take a nap, or I would read, or, you know, I would get a bigger lunch, and I would just rest from like 3 to 4:30. And then I would pick it back up at 4:30 and, you know, keep working till 8. That's just something that works for me, but I stopped fighting against my body, and my body was really telling me, you know, hey, this is when I'm naturally resting. Like this is how I feel. And I started to just listen to it. That's not gonna work for somebody in the corporate world that needs to be at work, or, you know, is standing all day on their feet. But I hope that example shows you that there are little moments that you can definitely build into your routine, whether it is weekly, whether it is daily. There are opportunities to prioritize your rest, whether that is simply just even going slower. Whatever it might be, you need to start prioritizing your rest. Let's get into the final 7th glow up mistake I have made on my glow up journey. We've got to end it here because I'm sick about talking about all my mistakes. The last one is forgetting to track my progress. Now, I don't know if you follow her. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. But Haley Gamba is literally my hero. Like, I love her. I'm obsessed with her. We are both gonna be Jersey girlies. I cannot wait to just like hang out with her all the time. But I'm obsessed with her videos because in a lot of her thumbnails, she shows a lot of before and afters, like of her own glow up journey, of her own fitness journey, of her own, you know, just like sobriety journey, or just, she just has a lot of before and afters. And I think that's really because she started YouTube, you know, years ago. She has the content, she has the footage and everything like that. I remember when I was first starting to level up, or, you know, even beforehand, I took no pictures of myself. I didn't want to be seen in pictures. I thought my skin was bad, my hair was bad, I was overweight, this, that, and the third. Like, I just didn't want any pictures of myself. And, you know, even when I decided to glow up or, you know, focus on myself, I didn't start taking pictures of myself until I liked what I saw in the mirror. And I really, really wish I wouldn't have done this. Because you know what this did? This did a number of things. One, it reinforced in my mind, you know, when I kind of look in the camera roll, that things happen like this, that it's instant. And that is just not the case. If I would have taken pictures, I would have seen the journey. You know, it is all about the journey. It's all about the little things that you learn on a fitness journey, on a skincare journey, on a hair care journey, on a diet journey, whatever it might be. It's all of the little things. Everything isn't just instant. It was really kind of hard for me to, you know, even make this video when I was looking back at, you know, some of my glow up mistakes, and I realized the biggest one was staring me right in the face. I was forgetting to track my progress, and I was forgetting to track my journey. You know, I wrote a lot of gratitude journal entries or higher self journal entries, and I didn't journal what was happening right then and there. Because now I have very few things to look back on, and it's, you know, when you have stuff to look back on, it's even motivating to keep on going. When you focus on the long-term, on your long-term goals or your long-term achievements, you forget to celebrate the little wins. And it's all about the little wins that keep you going towards that longer goal. It's really, really easy to lose motivation when you don't track how far you've come. You know, you might have been in the gym for 6 months and feel like, you know, you're not making progress, you're not doing this. But then you look at a picture from month 1 or month 2 and you do a side-by-side and you're like, oh wait, I see a little tone in my arms. I see my stomach a little flatter. You know, I see my face a little bit more chiseled. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going with it. You take a before and after of your skin. You take, you know, a before and after of your mental health check-in. You know, a year ago, if this situation would have happened, I would have reacted this way. But, you know, now a similar situation happened like this, and now I'm reacting like this. I'm thinking about it more. I'm reflecting. You know, look how much growth happens. It's really important to take progress photos, to journal your achievements, and use an app to actually track your progress or your habits. Draw inspiration from yourself. Reflect regularly so you can draw inspiration from you, from the source, to keep going. Whew. I shared all my mistakes. Well, not all of them, but I shared enough with y'all that I feel like those 7 things, if I would have done it a little bit differently, I would have leveled up faster and I would have had a more robust glow up journey. Now, y'all see me today. I feel like I am, you know, on my way to my higher self, my glowed up version of myself. I love the place that I'm at right now. But I definitely, you know, have some things to work on, you know, comparing myself to others, seeking out validation, continuing to track my progress. Just little things that I mentioned today that I want you to start doing today so that you have the best glow up journey possible and that you level up faster. Let me know down in the comments if you have made any of these glow up mistakes or any of your own glow up lessons that you would like to pass on to anybody in our community. Again, if you haven't subscribed, join this family. This video is literally the quintessential of this channel, sharing our mistakes, learning from another. This is truly a community and I would love to have you here. Like this video for more glow up videos, and again, comment down below. And thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. Remember, you can go to the link down in my description, type in the code 50Turner. That is going to get you 50% off your first Factor box plus free shipping. Thank you so much for watching this video, sis. Meet me down in the comments and let's chit chat. Have an amazing and beautiful day, cutie pie. All right, bye, girl.
I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna